perfectionism isn't a bad thing. It actually serves you until it doesn't. By the end of this video, you will know the link between perfectionism and procrastination and how to fix it. A lot of people, yes, they want the aesthetic content. They want their content to look and feel a certain way, their branding, their sales pages, their products, whatever it is. They want to sound coherent. They want to be respected. These are all good things, right? You want to show up in your highest performance, but where it crosses the line into procrastination is where it turns into, perfectionism is not serving you by the way that you feel. If you are feeling not inspired, if you are feeling any type of anxiety or overwhelm or indecision or this like brain fog of like, oh, I want it to be good, so like I don't know what to do, and you're just feeling like you go to work on this project and you don't have the clarity, these are all signs that there is something deeper going on in your programming, in your brain's programming, in your neurology that's impacting your whole energy field. And this is what I really specialize in. I do one-on-one brain trainings with my clients to uproot these deeper rooted blocks that it's hard for people to pinpoint on themselves. I'm an NLP practitioner, and I've been a practitioner for, I think, a couple years at least now. And it's wild to me that so many people are pushing up against, they're forcing themselves to show up every single day in that energy of they're just trying to push through it. They feel that bit of anxiety. They feel that bit of like their nervous system kind of like not crashing out, but it's like you feel like this resistance and they're just pushing through. They're pushing through. They're pushing through. But what results are you getting? I'm not saying that you have to get rid of perfectionism and wanting your things to come out high quality. I'm saying you want to pinpoint the ways in which it is not serving you. What are the underlying feelings that are surfacing? What are the underlying patterns that keep you stuck in loops of not posting, of pushing back dates, to launch products, to put anything out there? Because the brain is tricky in that way. The reason why these underlying feelings come up and these patterns come up, it's due to some sort of past experience or belief that says when you go in that direction of posting the content, building the business, whatever it is that you are doing, it's going to be bad for you in some way. Your loved ones, you're not going to have as much time with them, or they're going to say bad things about you. More responsibility, more money equals more stress. You're putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself out there to be more ridiculed and critiqued. Everyone has different sets of programming, but that is what you want to look at when you notice that your perfectionism is holding you back, is keeping you stuck. You want to look at those deeper things. I want you to write down, this is what I have my private clients do. I have a new identity map that they follow, and it goes very deep into their old identity and their new identity. And I want you to get clear on what are those thoughts and emotions and actions and patterns that show up in that state when perfectionism is not serving you. And I want you to bring that to the light, bring that to the surface. The emotions are one of the biggest things that you want to kill off, because emotions in the brain, in the body, emotions anchor beliefs. If you did not have a negative emotion associated with any kind of belief that is holding you back, it would not hold any weight. And so when you are able to work through that emotion, which is what we were not taught as kids how to do, and it is a skill, so you do need to practice it, but it's one of the best skills to have to build a life of your dreams, is to be able to work through and transmute those tough emotions. And when you're able to work through those emotions that are coming up and transmute them in real time, you are able to shift your state from perfectionism and procrastination holding you back to just putting out high quality content and products and being able to move forward at hyper speed the way that God intended you to. Because I'm telling you, if you are truly operating out of the state of being that God intended you to, like your highest self, right? God made you in his image. You are like God. You would not be tripping yourself up. And that's also another reason why you are here on this earth, is to like go through these life lessons, right? So this isn't to like be hard on ourselves, but it's to know the power that you have and the potential that you have and where you are ultimately going to go. No matter how many lives it takes you to get to that point, at the end of your lives, you're going to reach that point where you are at your highest self, the most successful, abundant, in love, healthy, all of the things. And so why not strive for that and try to get as close to that as you can in this life right now? And so transmute those emotions in real time, get hyper clear on the things that you don't want to show up as anymore. Because then when you go into your day-to-day life, You can notice the pattern show up, and you can stop yourself in your tracks. I call this PRR. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, I have a video, I'll link it above, that goes into the PRR method and breaks it down. But essentially it's pause, regulate, rewire. And this is a way to retrain your brain in real time to shift into this new identity, to shift into not having perfectionism hold you back, but having perfectionism to strive you forward in creating really high quality things. So you notice the perfectionist thought, the critical thought, oh, it needs to be better. Oh, I don't sound good. Oh, like whatever that came up for you, you pause, you regulate, meaning you transmute that emotion. Many different tools to do this. I'll link up another video that talks about the tools to regulate your nervous system. It's also, in other words, tools to transmute your emotions. And then from there, write down what are the thoughts, the actions, the behaviors, the patterns that you want to replace those with. And then you tap into that state of that feeling of, oh, I feel very proud of the content that I'm putting out. I feel very content and excited about, and I feel really great about the product that I'm coming out with. Instead of that always like yearning for a feeling of it always needs to be better, you tap into that state of, I'm really proud with how it is right now. And it's that state of like, I feel like a lot of perfectionism advice to like get over perfectionism is like to just do it dirty, to just do it scared, to just do it messy, to just do it ugly. And although yes, those things do help to break you out of that perfectionist state, I want to take it a step further to embody more of that perfectionism that you were looking for. Because who doesn't want to sound good? Who doesn't want to look good and to put out high quality things? So tap into that state of it's already incredible, and to train your eyes, right? The reticular activating system in your brain, you can train that thing, train it to see wonderful, high quality things and the things that you were already putting out, to be so content and proud of the things that you were already putting out. And from there, you operate in that state, you operate in that frequency. You're going to continue to create things as time goes on, and you build these new neural connections and you embody this frequency and you catch yourself, you do PRR, and then you train it again. Over time, you're going to build the skill of putting out really high quality things. And then it's like there will be no need to practice those patterns of your old perfectionist procrastination identity because you already feel so good about what you're putting out now. And if it feels difficult to make those shifts, I want you to know that all that means is that you're fighting up against a bigger block, or you can call it an emotional knot, what I explained before with these different, and I can't wait until I get back to Virginia because I actually just got a whiteboard and I'm such like a visual person. If you've seen me in videos like draw things out, I've been wanting a whiteboard for so long, and I travel too much where it's like I can't just like travel with a big ass whiteboard, but I want to draw these things out to you. So just visualize with me what I explained before with these old beliefs and programmings. Sometimes there's so many different experiences from the past and memories and things that affirmed evidence for this limiting belief that it created such this big energetic knot in your neurology. It's tied into your nervous system that affects your energy fields, that when you try to do this PRR, or when you try to step into this new frequency, you feel a lot of pushback and resistance because this energetic knot is so big. And when it is that big, all right, this is my specialty right now. I love focusing on these things. That's when you need to take the time of, instead of constantly looking forward and what you want to create, you want to take a couple steps back so that you can slingshot forward. Because if it's feeling really tough at first, you need to spend a decent amount of time just working on that energetic knot or that block, naming those beliefs that come up for you. Why does it feel so difficult? Why does it feel so hard? What's coming up for you? What memories are there underneath it all? What emotions? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you feel those emotions? You want to get that number down, because again, the more emotion you have behind it, the more it's anchored in your body. And that is the secret. Feeling is a secret. Your emotional state is the lens of which you view your life out of. I'll tag another video up here that goes into the science behind that. When you're able to get that emotional scale of the unwanted emotion down and work on that knot, work on that block, work, then you've dissolved it. Then it's like, oh, all right, I've closed that chapter, or at least gotten it down to, on the scale of 1 to 10, how much do you feel it? Under like a 5, where you don't feel it as strong anymore, then you have more conscious control. Because when your emotional If you give that rating of how much do I feel this limiting belief, this negative thing, this thing of how it feels so difficult, if you feel it on a higher end, above a 5, if it's a 7, 8, 9, if I feel it so much, it's like taking over my whole body. I hate to break it to you, babe, but you do not have control over your body. Your programming is in the driver's seat. You are not in the driver's seat. It is your past programming. And this is a secret to getting around that and to build the life that God intended you to build and to be the person that God intended you to be, is to focus on that programming, work on it, and alleviate those blocks to where you can jump back into the driver's seat. So let me know in the comments what part of this video hit the most for you. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd love to hear. Share this video with a coworker, a friend, someone you feel may want to hear it. Be sure to subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for giving this a thumbs up. It really helps out the channel, and I will see you in the next video.